So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Daniel Friedland.
Thank you. Well, it's such an incredible pleasure to be here with you, and thank you to the Colorado Foundation for inviting me to speak and having the honor to close the conference. What I hope to be able to do after this phenomenal talk by Rachel, speaking about really leadership skills that are needed in this volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment, is I hope to leave you feeling inspired that you have skills and a framework to engage in conscious leadership. And so over this next couple of hours, what I want to share with you are specific scientifically proven skills and practices that will enable you to expand your capacity for peak performance leadership, especially when the stakes are high and the chips are down. Where I'd like to start is just to invite you first to think about, when we start considering this notion of peak performance leadership, to really consider deeply who is the leader or who is a leader that has most inspired you in your life in terms of what you do. And this may be a mentor, or this may be somebody that you've been inspired from in history, or somebody living today. And just think for a moment, what are those qualities of that high-performance leader that inspire you so much? So what are some of those qualities? Passion. Thank you. Love that one. Integrity. Beautiful. Trust. Energy. Okay, wonderful. Creativity. Creativity. Beautiful. Compassion. Beautiful. Compassion. So when you're looking over here at the high performance leaders, this over here, really, when you're looking at these qualities are leaders in service of something larger than themselves, as opposed to these qualities are leaders that are in service of themselves. Right? Now here's the question. How many of you can identify with both boards? Perhaps on a daily basis, where we have the capacity to really flip-flop between these two boards, right? So this is a highly dynamic process. And I'm going to show you how this process maps towards very specific regions of your brain. But before I do, I'm going to ask you, what is it? What is it that flips the boards between high-performance leaders and low-performance leaders? Stress. And actually, Sally was on day one said, what is the biggest threat to health? And over here, you could pick your picture. So it's stress. And stress has immense ramifications in terms of what it does to the brain in an instant and where it puts us in terms of our immediate responses. And so this is not a weakness. The real question, it's not a weakness. Did you flip from high performance to low performance leaders? That happens in the brain naturally under stress. The real question is, do you have skills and practices where you can very dynamically and purposefully navigate yourself between these two boards at will, particularly in high stress situations? And so my charge is to really give you those skills and practices that you can embrace and reach for in the heat of the moment to really engage your adaptive advantage as being a high-performance leader in really highly stressful circumstances.